Arsenal have gone ahead to send a confirmation to West Ham that the third bid is incoming, and it's going to be one of those that are going to set this deal free. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. We are bringing you updates from Sammy McBall, a chief football reporter for Daily Mail. Federico Chiesa also throwing in that confirmatory message sent to West Ham by Arsenal late in the night that most of you never saw, but we are here to bring you all what he went ahead and really said about that. And after that, we are going to discuss something concerning Jakub Kiwior. On those teams he's shunned down, to see to it that he comes to Arsenal. There are teams in London that we are interested in him, and it's obviously something great to see to it that a player you have shunned your rival to choose you over them. That is something great that you need to jubilate about. And lastly, we are going to talk about Federico Chiesa, looking like there is a very huge boost on his transfer to joining the Premier League teams. So let's see close to 300 likes, smash on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to see to it that we hit 15,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And we are nearing there. So just go into the lower right bottom corner that has the right bottom corner that has the word subscribe. It's black in color. Smash it. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you to get notified every time we upload a video onto this YouTube channel. Now, let's start it off with Sammy McBall. You all know that Man City is obviously trying to go ahead and obviously hijack a deal of Declan Rice to Arsenal, and obviously Arsenal have gone ahead to react accordingly. Now, Sammy McBall has told us that news of Man City's intention to formally table an offer for Rice has sharpened the focus for the Gunners to get a deal for their number one target over the line as soon as possible. So far, there has been no confirmation of a formal offer from City. Now, this is something that you guys should go ahead and really appreciate about. You know, some bad things have positive things in them if at all you are really a person who is objective and you're looking things on either sides, and you can flip the coin on either sides and obviously look through it and understand what it's all about. Now, when you look at Declan Rice deal to Arsenal, it had stalled, guys. Let's all admit it had stalled because Arsenal looked like they are the only ones into the race. Bayern Munich came in through, and obviously Declan Rice told them, I respect you as a team that has gone ahead to achieve more on the European market or European scene than Arsenal, but all I want is to stay in London and play for Arsenal. Now, Arsenal took that for granted and they just try to make their bids as they want because they thought that they are the only ones into the deal. And if I'm an Arsenal fan, I would be excited to see to it that Man City have gone ahead and obviously put what we call a press onto Arsenal, and now they are trying to act out loud to see to it that this deal is really done as soon as possible. And Arsenal don't want to miss out on Declan Rice. Declan Rice wants to go ahead and really sign for Arsenal, but he has left his options open to see to it that any team can take him provided he's playing in the Premier League, and it's obviously in the elite levels of the Premier League. So they are trying to get this deal over the line as soon as possible, as Samik was going to let us know, in fear of the City bid that can be launched anytime from now. And again, Sammy McBall confirmed to us the following that West Ham believe Arsenal's third offer for their captain Declan Rice is imminent amid hope the transfer saga is reaching its conclusion. West Ham are aware of Arsenal's intention to bid again for Arsenal, who is valued at a minimum of £100 million. That is Sammy McBall. He's the first person that really told us this story, and guess who put the confirmation stamp onto it? It was none other than Fabrizio Romano. Late in the night, in the wee hours of the night, Fabrizio told us that Arsenal have confirmed to West Ham their plan to submit one more bid for Declan Rice after that of £75 million plus £15 million rejected. Understand, Man City are also preparing their official bid. Plan has not changed. Structure of the deal key for West Ham. Now, Arsenal have gotten what we call a wake-up call. That's what we call a wake-up call, because if City never came in through and attacked the way they attacked this deal, trust me, Arsenal would have gone ahead to obviously take their time onto this deal. And trust me, the City's attack has gone ahead to act as a catalyst on Arsenal's side to get this deal done and dusted out of the way. As As City came in through, because Arsenal gave it time to come in through, Arsenal have decided to send a confirmation message to West Ham that our third bid is coming. Remember, the second bid was £75 million plus £15 million of add-ons, meaning that they are just £10 million apart. West Ham want a deal of £100 million with a proper payment structure on how Arsenal is going to meet it. So, right now, Declan Rice is one of those players that wants to join Arsenal. Arsenal has shown interest in the player, and the pressure coming from City is really taking Arsenal to the levels of obviously getting this deal over the line and obviously see themselves getting themselves the man that they want. And I anticipate that the third bid is really going to be complete. As it stands, Arsenal has to dance to the tunes of West Ham because West Ham now have someone else to go ahead and obviously refer to when it comes to selling Declan Rice. Even Manchester United is there because its bid is really not yet in, but they're planning to send it to really contemplate onto a Harry Maguire plus Scott McTominay and some money, or a Scott McTominay plus £60 million to West Ham. So, two more options are there for West Ham. That is going to hit to cause a bidding war, and Arsenal is left with no option. They either stand the shame of losing Declan Rice to Man City or Man United, or they fight the battle and they come out as the outright winners and really give their fans bragging rights that Arsenal has gone ahead to sign a player that City wanted, and Declan Rice has chosen Arsenal over the treble winners, that is Man City. What other bragging rights will you get other than that from that deal? Because it's going to be a statement signing for Arsenal, and I think they're ahead of it. And Declan Rice also knows that if it's going to play ball frequently, assured of starting game in, game out at Arsenal, game in, game out next season, the destination is Arsenal. If he wants to go ahead and really win trophies, sure deal of winning trophies, it's Man City. But I am 100% sure of you coming in through and obviously starting every game, I doubt. And you base on to what Calvin Phillips went in through at Man City and Jack Grealish. The first season of Jack Grealish was bad. Second season, he fit into the team of Man City. And I believe that with the quality of Calvin Phillips, he's the first player that Pep Guardiola is going to give a chance to get into that City side, to go ahead and really play into that Ilkay Gundogan role. Because when you look at him play, he's a more talented player than Declan Rice. And I saw a fan here coming to me and tell me, Rokani, how do you dare say that Calvin Phillips is than Declan Rice? Guys, Calvin Phillips is a better player than Declan Rice. That's it. If at all, Calvin Phillips was not a better player than Declan Rice, Man City would have signed Declan Rice last summer than Calvin Phillips. But they went in for Calvin Phillips because they wanted him to come in through and obviously deputize Rodri. And if at all they wanted Declan Rice, that would have meant that he's a far much better player than Calvin Phillips. They first brought in Calvin Phillips. And if at all you say Calvin Phillips play, he's a baller. I don't underestimate the quality of Declan Rice. Rice is a good player, but Calvin Phillips is just a better player than him because he thrives throughout all the positions of the midfield. You can play him as a CDM, box-to-box midfielder, central attacking midfielder, and obviously he's an exciting player. Though he has been having a very worst bad spell at Man City over the shoulder injury that I saw him really miss out on very many games this season. But after him getting that surgery, looks like he's ready to see to it that he stays at City and fight for his position. Amidst rumors coming in through that the player that very many teams want him, like Newcastle, West Ham, Bayern Munich, but the player Calvin Phillips wants to stay at Man City and fight for his position. That is it. Now, let's go to Jakub Kiwior. He has gone ahead and really issued a statement that I've found so much interesting that Arsenal fans are really going to enjoy. Now, Kiwior, I had an offer from West Ham United before, which I turned down. They are not on the table, but they showed up. Then Arsenal came along, and that was special for me. What a statement coming in from Jakub Kiwior. And this is something we'd love to hear from a player like Jakub Kiwior, who is really so much interesting to watch on the field of play. Guess who he shunned? He shunned West Ham. And West Ham is London. So, is in London, right? Them him being in London has gone ahead to really shun it, and I think that's excitement to Arsenal fans all over the world, because shunning a fellow London team, you know, and then you go ahead and obviously find yourself in a position of landing the signing of Jakub Kiwior. That is something great. And those that are really undermining the efforts of Jakub Kiwior, you don't know what you're talking about. This player has gone ahead to give us flashes of how good he is. Now, with the preseason coming, Jakub Kiwior is going to be integrated into the team of Arsenal. Guys, I can't wait to see that central defense partnership of Jakub Kiwior and William Saliba. That's it. I'm eagerly waiting for it, and I don't know how it's going to really start up, but I'm eagerly waiting to see Jakub Kiwior being partnered with William Saliba. I 100% believe Jakub Kiwior is going to dislodge Gabriel Magalhaes from that left back, from that left-sided centre-back position of Arsenal, as he offers a lot to the Mikel Arteta system than Gabriel Magalhaes. And Gabriel Magalhaes will have to elevate his game when it comes to playing that ball from the back to really beat Jakub Kiwior out of the way. Clear example, I give you a relation to that. Zinchenko versus Kiwior. So Kiwior is a very good center, is a very good left back, but when you look at Mikel Arteta, because he knows that the best way to defend is to have the ball more than having it less. So when you're having Kiwior, you don't have the ball more. When you're having Zinchenko, you're having the ball more. That's why Zinchenko starts ahead of Kiwior. The same applies to Jakub Kiwior. When you're having Gabriel Magalhaes, you don't have the ball more building from the back. But when having Jakub Kiwior, you are assured of a player who is just press resistant, and obviously he's so much innovative, and his improvisation with the ball is really way above the ordinary. He rarely puts out a blind pass, and he can really dribble that ball and obviously take off players and obviously pass. So I anticipate that in my mind, that Jakub Kiwior is going to dislodge this man out of that position, because he offers a lot to the Mikel Arteta system than Gabriel Magalhaes. But that's a hint coming in from Jakub Kiwior, 21-year-old player signed for £21 million from Spezia to Arsenal. Now, another huge boost coming in from Italy as far as Federico Chiesa is concerned. Remember, Federico Chiesa is one of those players that have been linked to Arsenal, and obviously Giovanni Albanese, coming in from Italy, close source to Juventus, has confirmed to us that Juventus are willing to listen to offers for Federico Chiesa this summer and value him at 60 million euros. As of now, Liverpool is the club with most concrete interest, preparing a 40 million bid for Federico Chiesa. Bayern, Chelsea, Arsenal and PSG are monitoring the situation. Now, Arsenal is still monitoring the situation, but the player is up for sale. That is it. If at all 60 million euros arise, that is like 52 million pounds. They'll put Chiesa onto the shop window. But I saw the game of Netherlands versus was it Italy? Third place playoff of the UEFA Nations finale that was lifted by Spain after beating Croatia in the finale through penalties. I saw Federico Chiesa. After seeing Federico Chiesa score that third goal, I just saw him as a player that can come in through and obviously do the job for Arsenal, Liverpool, and every team in the Premier League, because he's direct. When you look at his style of play, you will understand that he's tailor-made for the Premier League. He's direct. He's so direct, fast. He has the intensity. He has the energy. But amongst all teams that are really liking the player, I think Liverpool is the best suited side for him, because they play like that a lot. So, as it stands, it's all about Federico Chiesa being up for grabs. Any team that could pay 60 million euros will take the player. Liverpool are into the race to get him up, and they're leading it to sign the player. But Arsenal is monitoring the situation. Let's wait and see what confirmation is coming from Juventus on Federico Chiesa, who is apparently on holiday, gearing up for the next season in there for you. So guys, your thoughts onto Arsenal sending in a confirmatory message to West Ham that their third bid is coming in through and is going to be maybe the last bid for Rice, and we can call it the Declan Rice last ride for Arsenal. Then what do you make about Kiwior Snub, West Ham for Arsenal, and Federico Chiesa up for grabs at 60 million euros? Would you fancy your club to go all in for him? I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living God protect you abundantly. It's a Saturday, and let's see ourselves do the needful and don't do something that you wouldn't want anyone to do to you. Ciao, ciao.